Hi, I'm Angie. I'm really excited because today I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade vanilla yogurt. I think some of you may think that's a little wacky, but it's a lot of fun and it's something that you can do on the weekend sometime. It doesn't take a lot of effort, but you will need a yogurt maker. I have an electric yogurt maker here. I'm quite proud to say it's from 1974, so this sucker is 35 years old and it still works great. And of course you need milk and some sugar and some dried milk powder, some really good quality vanilla, and then funny enough you're going to need a little bit of pure natural yogurt. So I'm using a nice Balkan yogurt that's full of active yogurt cultures, and that's what we're going to use to make the rest of our yogurt. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is dissolve 4 tablespoons of skim milk powder into half a cup of my milk. I'm using 2%, but you can certainly use whole milk or skim milk, whatever fat content you prefer. So we're going to dissolve that in the milk. I just buy the skim milk powder at the bulk store so that I don't have to buy a big giant bag of it. I use it sometimes in my bread maker bread recipes. So just dissolve that in. And then pour it into 3 3/4 cup of fresh milk. So you'll have 4 1/4 cups of milk altogether, and then your 4 tablespoons of skim milk powder. Just stir that up. We're going to pour that into a saucepan. Okay, so we pour the milk into the saucepan. And now I'm just going to add 4 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And you're going to heat that over medium heat. Now I'm just using a candy thermometer to check the temperature of the milk. We want to bring it to 185 degrees and hold it there for 5 minutes. This step is really important. You don't want to get it too hot, and you want to hold it at the 185 degrees. It's the only part that's a little bit fussy, but it's not too hard. So I just like to gently whisk it, and you want to stir the whole time so that you don't scorch the bottom of the milk. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes and we're almost there, a couple more degrees, and it'll reach 185 degrees Fahrenheit or about 85 degrees Celsius. I'm just stirring it so that it's not sticking, and I'm going to keep it at this temperature for about 5 minutes. So I have about 2.5 minutes left to go. I've had to turn the heat down to medium-low. You have to do whatever it takes to maintain it at that 185 degrees. So I had to take it off the heat for a minute and then put it back on and also turn the heat down. You just have to keep an eye on it and adjust as necessary. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes and I held the milk at 185 for the 5 minutes. I've taken it off the heat now, and now we're going to let it cool till it's 112 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 44 degrees Celsius. So it'll take a couple minutes. You can stir it occasionally and just keep an eye on the thermometer, and when it's 112 then we'll proceed to the next step. I just thought I'd show you, I've cooled the milk down to about 125 degrees, and other than the incubating part of the recipe, this is the part that takes the longest, the cooling down. I'm trying to use an ice pack to speed it along. I've put it in the fridge for a minute. So you kind of have to be patient with this part. I've poured it into a jug from the saucepan, which, you know, retains heat in the bottom of it, just to help speed it along. But okay, finally we've reached 112. So we can take the thermometer out, we won't need that anymore. And now I'm going to add our pure vanilla extract. And you want 1 teaspoon of that. The nice thing about making this yourself is that you can control the flavoring. And once you've made the yogurt, you can mix it with jams or fruits or whatever you want. Now I'm just going to take out half a cup of the milk, and I'm going to stir in 3 tablespoons of our yogurt culture. So like I said, it's just a plain yogurt. You don't want to use non-fat or anything that has any sweeteners or flavorings, just plain non-fat, plain rich yogurt. We'll just mix that up into our half cup. And once you've made your yogurt, you can use your own yogurt as the culture when you want to make another batch. Okay, and then we're just going to stir that back into our milk, just like that. And now we just pour it into the yogurt maker. Okay, I've mixed that well, and now I'm just going to fill up the glass jars in my yogurt maker. And I'm going to plug it in and cover it up with the lid and incubate the yogurt for about 5 hours. You can go 5 to 10 hours depending on how thick you like it. Then after it's incubated for the 5 hours, then you refrigerate it for 12 hours or overnight, and that just firms it up. Very simple, really natural. You have total control over it. It's very economical and really, really delicious. There we go. They come with these little plastic lids, so I'll carefully put those on. Alright, they're all tucked in. Put the lid on, plug it in, and leave it alone for anywhere from 5 to 10 hours. Okay, so what I ended up doing is incubating the yogurt for about 6.5 hours. And what you can do is, after about the 5-hour mark, you can go in with a spoon and just dig into the yogurt just at the top, and you see if the sides are nice and firm, then that's great, you can stop there. If it's still a little bit loose, then you can let it go for a bit more time, which is what I did for another 1.5 hours. And you really just go until you get the thickness and consistency that you like with your yogurt. And then what you do is take the yogurts out of the maker and refrigerate them for about 12 hours or overnight. And now it's tomorrow morning, and here's my yogurt, and it turned out great. Really creamy and nice. You can see it's quite thick, and it's so great because you can make it the sweetness that you like. So this is not too sweet and just a nice vanilla flavor. And now is the point where you can add either maybe some strawberry jam or some fresh fruit, whatever you like. You can't add that before because the yogurt won't set properly, but now that it's made, now is when you can add what you like. So I like it with a little bit of maple syrup on it, just a touch because I don't like it too sweet, but you can do whatever you like. So thanks for watching. Enjoy your yogurt.